Things are starting to heat up in the Bronx, and it's not just the temperature. With the MLB trade deadline creeping closer, the New York Yankees are officially on the clock. This is the moment when front offices across the league start making calls, crunching numbers, and figuring out what pieces they're willing to move in order to patch holes and push their teams toward October. And for the Yankees, that pressure is even greater. This isn't just about making the playoffs. This is about chasing another championship, and to do that, they're going to have to get aggressive. What's become increasingly clear is that the Yankees aren't going to sit still. Brian Cashman and his team know exactly where the roster is thin, and they're already being linked to a mix of relievers, infielders, and outfielders that could give this squad the kind of balance and firepower needed to get over the hump. This team has been competitive all season, but when you look at the bigger picture, the gauntlet of the postseason, the rotation demands, the pressure of late-inning matchups, it's obvious they've got to reload a few key areas if they want to hoist that trophy. Let's talk bullpen first because that's where the alarms are going off the loudest. Scouts around the league are saying the same thing. There just aren't that many dominant bullpens out there right now. And New York's situation is fragile, according to insiders, including some scouts quoted recently. There's only one bullpen in the league that's really scaring people, and it belongs to the Padres. Everyone else, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And the Yankees know they can't roll into October with a middle-of-the-road relief corps. That's where games are won and lost, and if they don't add a reliable arm or to back there, it could be the thing that holds them back. They need depth, and more importantly, they need consistency from the left side. Right now, they're left-handed. Relief options are shaky. Tim Hill hasn't been the shutdown guy they hoped for, and he's coming off some rough outings, including one recently against the Reds that had fans questioning if he should even be in that role. Ryan Yarbrough is nursing an injury and may eventually return to the bullpen, but even when healthy, you're not banking your postseason hopes on him being your go-to lefty out of the pen. So, yeah, left-handed relief is a major need, and the Yankees are well aware of it. That's where a guy like Danny Colombi comes in, quietly. He's having one of the best seasons of his entire career, and he checks every box the Yankees are looking for. He's a veteran, 38 years old, with postseason experience and the kind of numbers that pop off the stat sheet. We're talking an era under one, a WHIP under one, and over a strikeout per inning in limited action. That's dominance, and it's the kind of sneaky good pickup that could go a long way in October. He's appeared in over a dozen games, including one start in a bullpen game scenario, and has shown he can be that dependable lefty that gets you out of trouble against the toughest part of the lineup. And let's be honest, the Twins don't look like they're going anywhere fast, which means they'll probably be sellers. With Colombi at his age, they'd be smart to cash in while his value is high. That's an open lane for the Yankees to swoop in, but Colombi isn't the only name on the radar. Jalen Beeks is another lefty option that makes a lot of sense. He's not quite as lights out as Colombi this season, but he's been very solid and could provide a longer-term option, given he's a bit younger and under control. His numbers are impressive too. Sub-3 era, solid WHIP, more than a strikeout per inning. Plus, he's been durable, already logging over 30 innings this year, which is something the Yankees could absolutely use down the stretch. You want a guy you can trust in both the 7th inning of a tight game in August and in extra innings come October. Beeks has the potential to be that guy. The Diamondbacks are another team that's been mentioned in this mix, and not just for bullpen arms. They're dealing with a pile of injuries and may find themselves in seller territory if things keep trending downward. Corbin Carroll's latest setback might be the final straw. And if Arizona decides to pull the plug on their season, players like Beeks could be on the table, especially if they think they can flip him for a prospect haul. The Yankees have the farm depth to make that kind of move. Now let's shift focus to third base, another spot the Yankees are seriously evaluating. It's been a revolving door at times, and the consistency just hasn't been there, which is why Eugenio Suarez is turning into a really intriguing option. The man is built for Yankee Stadium, right-handed bat, power, playoff experience, and quietly one of the more productive third basemen in the league when he's locked in. He's putting up big numbers again this year, 25 home runs, batting average over .250, ops flirting with .900. This is a guy who brings legit pop to the lineup and fills a massive need on the left side of the infield. More than that, Suarez fits the Yankees mold. He's a grinder. He doesn't shy away from big moments, and while his team, the Diamondbacks, made a surprise World Series run just a couple years ago, they're now in a weird position, hovering around the .500 mark, dealing with rotation, injuries, and stuck in a division where they're clearly behind the pack. It wouldn't be shocking to see them pivot and start moving expiring contracts or guys like Suarez, who still hold value but may not be part of the long-term planned audits. Also worth mentioning that moving for Suarez wouldn't just solve third base. It would have a ripple effect across the infield. It would allow guys like Jazz Chisholm Jr. to slide back into their more natural second base role. DJ LeMahieu becomes more of a depth piece, and suddenly your infield depth chart looks a lot more playoff ready. That's the kind of chain reaction the front office is probably looking at right now. And then there's the outfield. It might not be the top priority compared to the bullpen or third base, but it's definitely on the radar. The Yankees need another right-handed bat out there right now. It's basically Aaron Judge carrying that load. The rest of the outfield leans heavily left. Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, Jason Dominguez, all of them either left-handed or switch hitters who hit better from the left side. They need someone to balance that out. And while Giancarlo Stanton is technically a right-handed bat, let's be honest, he's locked into that DH role and not going anywhere near the outfield on a regular basis. That brings us to someone like Adolis Garcia. Now this is a name that's going to divide opinions. On one hand, his numbers this season haven't been great. He's hitting under .0. His OPS is down, and he's not exactly tearing the cover off the ball, but context matters. He's still driving in runs, still playing elite defense, and still showing flashes of the guy who absolutely dominated during the 2023 postseason. Let's not forget, he was the ALCS MVP for a reason. He was on fire. And players like that don't just lose it overnight. He's capable of catching fire again, especially in a new environment. And maybe most importantly, Garcia gives the Yankees a chance to buy low. He's still under arbitration. And while the Rangers aren't full-on sellers, they might be open to dealing him before he hits free agency, especially if they can get something back to retool. Texas is loaded with long-term contracts and young talent. Garcia might not be in their long-term vision, but he could fit perfectly into New York's short-term needs. That's a gamble that might just pay off, especially if it doesn't cost them one of their top-tier prospects. Now, all of this, the bullpen, third base, outfield, it's part of a bigger strategy. The Yankees aren't looking for a rebuild. They're not even looking for a full retool. They're looking for finishing touches. This is a win-now team. They've got the stars. They've got the rotation. They've got the top of the lineup performing. What they need is the kind of roster depth and situational firepower that separates contenders from champions. That means veteran arms who can handle playoff pressure. That means infielders who don't flinch in high-leverage at-bats. That means outfielders who can stretch the field and lengthen the lineup against tough postseason pitching. And the beauty of this situation is that the Yankees are in a rare spot. They don't need to blow it up. They don't need to panic. They've got options. They've got leverage. And they've got time, but not much. The deadline waits for no one. And as we've seen year after year, the teams that move early often move smartest. The Yankees' approach at this trade deadline is not just about adding talent, but about adding the right talent. In a league where every move is scrutinized and every dollar counts, it's clear that Brian Cashman is balancing the urgency of winning now with the prudence of preserving the organization's future. That's a tough needle to thread, especially in a market as competitive as New York, where expectations are sky high and patience is in short supply. But this team has been here before, and the blueprint is familiar. Acquire players who fit the culture, who understand the pressure, and who can perform in the spotlight. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a move that could shake up the MLB landscape, whispers are growing louder around the league that elite pitcher FREDDY Peralta is on the verge of joining the New York Yankees. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the situation suggest that talks are well underway, and the deal might soon be sealed to reinforce the Yankees' rotation ahead of the next season. Peralta, known for his electric arm and ability to dominate hitters, has steadily built a reputation as one of the most formidable pitchers in baseball. His combination of velocity, sharp breaking pitches, and stamina make him an ideal candidate to anchor a pitching staff hungry for consistent frontline talent. For years, the Yankees have been searching for that missing piece to elevate their rotation from solid to spectacular, and FREDDY Peralta fits the mold perfectly. Though the Yankees have been linked to multiple pitchers this offseason, the buzz around Peralta stands out. The Milwaukee Brewers ace has delivered several standout seasons, marked by impressive strikeout numbers and clutch performances, proving he can handle pressure on the biggest stages. Adding Peralta could provide the Yankees with a true ace, something their rotation has occasionally lacked amid injuries and inconsistency. Fans and analysts alike are speculating what this signing could mean for the Yankees' championship aspiration. With the AL East becoming increasingly competitive, shoring up the starting rotation is a priority, and Freddie Peralta's potential arrival could be the game changer. The Yankees lineup remains one of the most potent in the league, but pairing that with a reliable pitching staff is critical to making a deep postseason run. While contract details remain under wraps, the buzz is that the deal involves a multi-year agreement, signaling the Yankees' commitment to building around Peralta. For the foreseeable future, his youth and upside add to the appeal, offering both immediate impact and long-term value. The baseball world is watching closely, and if this rumor becomes reality, it will undoubtedly be one of the headline moves of the offseason. Stay tuned as this story develops. Freddie Peralta to the Yankees could be the headline everyone talks about when spring training kicks off. Will the Bombers land their new ace? Time will tell. But the possibility alone has fans buzzing with excitement and anticipation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.